This is Charlie giving you Friday's live trading, and it is just coming up to 7:45. Just having a quick look at the markets with the guys in the trading room at the moment, and then I'll come back as when I find something. So just back, and we're coming up to 8 o'clock. I'm just sort of playing a waiting game here this morning. The euro, we know what happened obviously yesterday on the euro. It had a huge move up. This is just an hourly chart. If I put it onto a daily chart, you'll see it even more. So it had that huge reversal yesterday, caught a lot of traders off guard, and so we're just doing a little bit of a retracement at the moment against that. And as a result of that bar yesterday, I have to be looking at potentials for longs. So I'm sitting here this morning watching and waiting for the euro to come down to a level that I'm interested in, and it's a bit lower than what we've been to so far. It's basically, if I can bring up a 4-hour chart, it's probably not going to show it quite so well here, but yeah, it's basically coming in a little bit closer towards my lower band on the 4-hour chart. So that's the area, the key zone that I'm sort of looking at, and so I don't know if I'm going to get that zone, so to speak, but we'll see. So I'm waiting to see if euro can come down a little bit lower, and then if it does come down that bit lower, maybe do like a little double bottom on the 5-minute chart at the time. And so I think there's plenty of time at the moment, hopefully, and it's on the hourly 21 at the moment. Let's take us back out to an hourly chart. We're sitting on the hourly 21 at the moment, so it could just reverse and come up from here. So it doesn't have to go lower, but that's just the level that I was looking for. So we shall see. I can see it's just gone 8 o'clock, and we've got an 8 o'clock pivot. It's just come in just above us, and it's probably going to want to come up and hit that, which is doing right now as I speak. It's coming up close to that, but nothing more for me to add right now, and so I'll press pause. Okay, just back, and I've been sitting here waiting on this euro dollar to pull back, which it is kindly doing. And so it's very close to setting up for me to get long, funnily enough. Because like I said earlier on, I'm looking on the higher time frame. This is a pullback. So actually bring up that 4-hour chart again. On the higher time frame, this is a pullback, and so warrants looking at as a long play. So we've just hit the 30-minute 50. So bring the 30-minute chart up. Here's the 30-minute 50, the white line there. So we've hit some support there as well. We've actually hitting the 4-hour 8 MA as well, and so we have got an hourly 20. I don't know if it will show it much on telecharts. It is a bit, but an hourly 20 which is facing up, or hourly 21 that's facing up. And so we've got enough factors in play now. So what I'm now just doing is just playing a waiting game. We've had some heavy volume come in as well on the 5-minute charts in the last 5 minutes or so. So I'm now just playing a waiting game, waiting for price to come back, close inside these bands on the 5-minute charts at some point, and then I'll be looking to get long. I'll press pause now. Okay, so I've been waiting for the price to close within these bands. I am going to be going long then. I'm going to be putting a 20 pip stop in. Let's get 1 unit in first of all. I want to get 4 units in. Let's get 1 unit in. There we go, at 19. And if we can do a little dip to the lower band now, then I can get those extra units in. There's 18. Oh, lovely. And 17. And I can get the final unit in. So I'm going in 4 units in this morning. Oh, there we go. So I've got 4 lots in. And I'm going to put a stop down just below, I guess, 111. So probably at 110.99 or something like that. So I'll just get those stops sorted out now. It does have obviously the potential to very quickly come down and stop me out, but we've hit the 30-minute 50, the 8 moving average on the 4-hour chart, but not quite the 4-hour lower band. So it could still want to come down for that 4-hour lower band, but it has certainly done enough if it wants to. We've got the upwards facing hourly 20, and so I'm looking to see if we're going to get that bounce. So we've done what I've been waiting for, which is a close back inside the bands, and Now we've come down to those support zones, and now I'll just get those stops in. Now if this one doesn't work out, so I'm risking around about $800 here, so about £550. So if it doesn't work out, let's just get the stops sorted out while I'm chatting away. I'll just get them sorted out off screen. Let me just press pause for a second. Okay, just back. So I've got the deal tickets up now. There's the four units as I've split them up rather than just putting one unit in. It enables me to be able to incrementally, if it starts going up for me, then take partial profits along the way. That's why I split those up like that. So like I said, it will be around about, I'm guesstimating around about £550 loss if I lose on this trade here this morning. So if that is the case, then that could be pretty much me done. I would certainly look at a second trade, but I'd have to trade that with maybe 2 lots. So I would just downsize the position. So I would accept at that point that I'm probably going to have a losing day. And not, I was talking about this yesterday. I was doing a live trading event elsewhere. And it was funny actually. I took 2 trades yesterday morning. One was they were both on the dollar yen, and the first trade lost. The second trade I actually traded with a smaller stake, but actually made more money on the second trade than I lost on the bigger initial trade. So I was still into positive territory for the morning. But with this one, it'd be unlikely, because less likely, because I'm going to halve the stake. If I lose on this first trade, then I'll halve it, because it'll be a slightly richer at 550. I don't want to turn that straight into like a minus 1,000 day. So I'll if I lose on this one, then I'll switch it to a, if I get another opportunity to take another trade, then I'll do 2 lots and half size, so that if I do have another loser, I only add maybe another £200 or something like that. So that's how you do that. Just, it's all about risk management and not thinking you've got to make back your losses. You just accept, oh, today's probably going to be a losing day. I'll take that second trade if another trade sets up. But it would literally just be a case of making sure that you don't risk too much, and that if you have a winner on that second trade, great, it might reduce the loss that you've had, but you don't have to be always thinking, oh, I've got to make back that loss and get it back into profitable territory, because that then becomes a danger in its own right. Right, for now then, I shall press pause while we're just waiting to see what is indeed going to happen here. Okay, just back. I've been having a bit of a giggle here with the guys in the trading room this morning. We're just exchanging some old stories. I don't know how an old school story of mine came up, but they now think that one of my old school teachers may have been a paedophile. But anyway, we won't discuss that story anymore at this stage. So the euro has come up, so it's bouncing, but it's not come up enough just yet for me to take target. It got up to 40, so it was up at 1-to-1 risk reward, so it was up 20 pips. It's back down at what, 32, 33 at the moment. So it's hitting some resistance on the 15-minute chart, and so but it's not at a target yet. So I'm looking up to at least about 50 before I'll be looking to take anything off. If we get to 50, and then the second levels come in at around about 60 or so. So it's running, but it's still got a bit more work to do yet. So the deal tickets are all here. It's just a case of playing that waiting game. So I shall press pause for now. We'll see what happens. The only thing I could do, I guess, is move the stop now. Now that we've come up a reasonable amount, I guess I could move the stop up to just about this low. So I will move the stop up to just above 111, about 111.03, something like that. So move it up a few pips. I'll press pause for now though. Okay, just back. We are getting close to this first profit target, which is the white line here on my chart. So I'm just watching to see we're a few pips away, about maybe 5 pips away, and seeing if it can push up there. Now I've probably pressed play on the recording. There you go, it comes straight back down again. So we're getting close, but it's not quite there yet. So but certainly it's what I'm looking for. So I'll press pause just whilst we're waiting. Well, just back, and look at that. I was so close to taking the profit, and then press pause, and it's just rolled all the way over, and trading stopped me out. So the trade itself was good. The setup was good, should I say? But didn't quite run far enough to my target. So a real shame there, this one. I mean, obviously it's it could still go up again later, but nevertheless I've been stopped out. I mean, the stop was moved up a few pips, but nevertheless. So anyway, it's let's have a look at it. Let's take a screenshot of the account. Now what I have done is I've left one of the units. Oh, that's not come out. Yeah, that's clear enough. I've left one of the units actually because I thought actually I might just leave that one in as a swing. So this top one I've left. So I've actually put a swing stop in that one. So yeah, so I've left that one alone in case this thing just turn around. So so anyway, so for this I have lost £300 there this morning, or £330, 20 odd pounds, or £30, whatever. So on that one, so I'll still be looking for other trades as we go through the day. So it's only a £300 loss, and but for now I'll just press pause and have a look at this in a bit. We've got some news out later, so CAD news. So I might be looking at dollar CAD later, maybe, but we are now just gone 10 a.m. So I'll probably leave this alone for the time being. Now this euro is probably going to want to come down for its daily pivot now, which is down at 110.72. We're currently at 110.99. So it may want to go down to there. We've actually got negative momentum across the board now, but I'll just leave that alone for the time being. So I'll press pause for now. Right, okay, just back here. We've come back up. We've got a divergence on the 15-minute chart, so I've got stopped out there, but I'm going to put 2 units in on this one. So not the 4. Bear in mind I'm still long with one of the units anyway. So this, but from an intraday basis, trading basis, just put 2 units in here, and I'm just going to put a stop below the low. So I've got the low down there at 96, and I could get stopped out very quickly, so I better get the stops in place. But it still, to me, just looks like, well, you know, it's come back. It's done this like double bottom type thing. The overall pattern is still in play. It could just want to come down for the daily pivot, but for the risk that's involved here with only 2 lots, I'll give it another shot there. So I'm just going to put my stop in place, and I could get stopped out very quickly, but I'm giving it another shot here. So I'll press pause for a second. Right, just back, and I've already been stopped out of that. There's my 2 units, so not happening here this morning, and so. But do you know what? I feel very comfortable with my trading today. Just to bring up the the overall the overall losses across those 5 units now. So is 113 or 300, 400, be about £500 now. So that's pretty much, it's okay. I mean, I can go a lot higher, but I always like keeping my risk quite low overall. So that to me is risking, I don't know, way under 1% at risk across those 2 trades. But at the same time, I like to keep it, that way, and so that may be me done for the day. So, but we'll see. I'll have a look and keep my eye on all this, and we'll come back to it in a bit. Right, okay, just back, and as we can see, the euro. This is a 5-minute chart. So I got stopped out when I had that lovely run back here earlier on. From when I got into it, it had that lovely run up. It was so close to getting to that target. I would have taken two lots off. It was only 5 pips away. You just have to say, oh well, one of those things. Then it did really sell off quite a bit more steadily, and it's now bouncing again. So if I look at this chart again on that hourly chart and the 4-hour time frame, if I can get this, the hourly's doing a little bit of a bounce, but it's really about this 4-hour time frame that I'm more interested in. It's bouncing off of my bands here on the 4-hour. I've just got unlucky because really my stops were appropriate enough, but they just weren't quite enough to allow for that overshoot on the 4-hour charts. Nothing I'd do differently. One of those things on a different day, that would have been fine. So, but like I said, one of those units that I did get in long on, I've put in as a swing, so we'll just see what happens with that. So let's go back over those trades again. I'm just taking that screenshot. So what was it? So yeah, so it was 130, so it's 300, let's call it 380, so about 450, let's call it, pounds down for the day. Oh well, but you know, had a great day yesterday, pulled several thousand out yesterday in yesterday's trading, so you just have to put up with it. And as much as I would love to give you on these Friday videos winning videos every week, and if you watch all last year's ones, then it just seemed to be that way. Certainly for the first half of last year, it just seemed to be week in, week out, it was mostly winners. But certainly having a mix of winners and losers of late. But that's the reality of trading, and but you know, I can't control that. Yesterday was a wonderful day in the and caught some really nice big moves. So anyway, I shall leave that with you. It's only about 12:15. We have got CAD news out later on, but I'm probably not going to be around to trade it, so I shall leave it at that. Have a great weekend. Be back in touch next week.